Getting pretty close. Alright, let's look at some hands. Sorry about the focus on these. Looks like I was focusing on the chips to the right. Never did correct that, so something to look for in the future. Won a small pot here with an ace-4 offsuit as I flopped an ace and turned a 4. No one else seemed to want the pot, so won a small one there. Still mucking the king-4. Here I pick up a 7 deuce of diamonds. Looks like somebody min-raised an early position and the entire table called, so of course I call and hoping to flop big. Sure enough, I flop big. I flop a 7 with a diamond draw. Can't remember what the other two cards were, but I did lead out. Turn comes, gives me 2 pairs, so now I have 7s and deuces and a flush draw, so I lead out for 65 bucks on the turn. Looks like the button contemplated a call and then correctly mucked his hand. I proudly show my 7 deuce and tell the entire table that they owe me 5 bucks.
Alright, everyone owes me 5 bucks.
Man, this focus is horrible. Fortunately, the next hand I wasn't able to record, so you're just going to have to suffer through this. I picked up 2 10s under the gun, raised to 15. The entire table calls. It gets to the large blind, who makes it 70 to go. And of course, the large blind winds up at the top of his range with pocket aces. It could have been a steal, it could have been ace-king, pocket 10s are in good shape against his range. So I ship in the 300 bucks. For some reason, 7 jack suited decided to tag along, thinking that they had 2 live cards. Of course, this thrilled the aces, who also calls off the rest of his chips, and so we each got, I don't know, 250 to 300 in the middle. Unfortunately, the way the board runs out, if I had ace-king, I would have gotten there. Sadly, I didn't have ace-king. But the 7 jack took down the main pot, and the pocket aces took down the side pot, and that was that. And then this was a fun one. Pick up the 6-8 of spades in early position, and I chose to open to 15, mixing it up a little bit. I get called in 4 spots, so we're seeing this flop 5 ways. I'm basically done with this hand at this point. Flop comes king high, and it checks around. Turn was a queen, and it checks around. The river was a king. And of course I have 0 showdown value at this point, but it looks like nobody's representing the king or the queen, and obviously I'm not going to be able to sell the king. I might be able to sell pocket jacks or something like that, because I'm pretty sure nobody has a king, nobody has a queen, and nobody's interested in calling. So I bet 40 on the river in the hopes of taking it down. The dealer mistakenly pushes me the pot prematurely. Has to pull the pot back, put my $40 bet back out. The button contemplates a call. And I get to show the bluff. Alright, man, I'm really sorry about this focus. This is horrible. I'm definitely going to have to fix this. Alright, here we pick up 2 jacks in the large blind. A bunch of limpers. I make it 40 to go. I get called in 2 spots. I get a pretty good flop when the flop comes down jack 7-7. So I lead out 45 bucks into a $120 pot. I get called in 1 spot. Doesn't look like he has much. Button folds, so I'm going to try and represent a little bit of weakness here. I don't think there's any chance of him outdrawing me. My best chance of getting any more money in here is to induce a bluff. I check the turn. He checks the turn. I check the river. He checks the river. And I get to show my pocket jacks for jacks full.
I was going to make a move to the flop.
Who was the flop better, you or him?
And he tells me that that was the most I was going to get from him.
Check the turn. Check the river.
And most of the day just went like that, just slowly chipping up. Built up a nice stack, cashed out for a more than $1,100 profit, and we're getting closer one of these days.